14 Best Landscape Plants for Shade. Flowering dogwoods are small understory trees in the wild, and they make excellent choices for large shrubs or small shade trees in a landscape. Cherokee Chief, Cornus Florida. Cherokee Chief is one popular cultivar of flowering dogwood tree. Its lower branches have a horizontal branching pattern, lending interest to any landscape design. This flowering dogwood grows to a height of 20 to 25 feet and spreads 12 to 15 feet. Canadian or Eastern hemlocks, Tsuga canadensis, are large trees, 40 to 70 feet, that work well in shade, provided you can provide them with the right conditions, well-drained soil, no drought or heavy winds. Hemlocks are best known as forest trees, but if pruned faithfully they can be maintained at the height you desire. A properly pruned row of hemlocks can even form a dense and attractive privacy hedge. Turf lawns typically thrive in full sun, but shady spots can still grow lawn grasses. Fine fescue lawn grass seeds often come in bags mixed with Kentucky bluegrass (Poa pratensis). Any lawn seed mixture labeled for shade will include fine fescues, such as hard, chewing, and creeping red fescue. At least 80% should be fine fescue grasses. An alternative is the new and improved class of tall fescue grasses known as turf-type tall fescues. These two dogwood species with red branches are ideal specimens for a shady landscape. These are multi-stemmed shrubs with pretty white blooms in spring, attractive green foliage through summer, and brilliant red stems that provide winter interest. The Taxus genus includes several dozen species of woody coniferous trees and shrubs, ranging from prostrate shrubs to towering trees. Most types used in landscaping are shrubs, all of which do fairly well in part shade conditions. The short, flat needles of yews are dark green on top and light green on their undersides. The new foliage in spring is bright green and soft. Yews are relatively slow growing and can either be left unpruned or trained into a hedge. For some time, this ever-popular flowering bedding plant, a mainstay for shady gardens, vanished from garden centers due to a widespread fungal problem known as downy mildew. Impatiens have now made a reappearance, thanks to the development of varieties that are resistant to this disease. Impatiens may never regain the widespread prevalence they once enjoyed, but they are once again worthy of your attention, as there are almost no other plants that bloom as vigorously in shady conditions. Impatiens grow to 6 to 24 inches tall, depending on the variety. This shade-loving plant comes in various shades of pink, rose, red, lilac, purple, orange, and white. Common bleeding heart and its relatives, Dutchman's breeches Dicentra cucullaria and fringed bleeding heart Dicentra exemia, are excellent perennial flowers for shady gardens in cooler climates. Common bleeding hearts are the tallest of the three, 24 to 36 inches. Dutchman's breeches, 6 to 12 inches tall with white flowers, and fringed bleeding heart, 12 to 18 inches, with pinkish flowers, stay shorter. Spotted deadnettle is a shade-loving perennial that makes a good ground cover or rock garden plant. Deadnettle grows to a height of about 9 inches, at most, with a much greater spread. Although it blooms in summer, this plant is normally planted for the medium green leaves splashed with silvery blotches. Not only does deadnettle love shade, but once established it is also quite drought tolerant. Just give it a soil with good drainage and let it go. Vinca minor vine, the perennial plant with the common names of Periwinkle and creeping myrtle, is widely used as a ground cover in areas where lawn grasses just will not work. This shade-loving ground cover has traditionally been planted under large trees, where most lawn grasses would quickly have given up due to insufficient light. Trout lily Erythronium americanum is a good pick for those in the northeastern United States wishing to start a native plant shade garden. Trout lily grows to about 6 inches tall and blooms in April. It likes moist soil and does take longer to spread and produce flowers than do many plants. But its attractive leaves provide interest while you await its blossoms. Ornamental grasses are popular additions to many gardens, but most are sun lovers. One notable type that is suitable for shade is northern sea oats, a perennial ornamental grass that grows 2 to 5 feet tall in loose clumps of green foliage. Its name comes from its seed pods, which look like oats. Thanks for watching. Subscribe for more interesting videos. And please hit the like button for the YouTube algorithm.